Hello, I'm the CERL Security Working Group Chairman, and in a few minutes I would like to explain you this, the Quick Audit tool, a tool developed by the group to support the libraries and the archives in their fight against theft and vandalism. Before exploring how it works, let's take a look at some of its strengths. It's easy to use, and you will rapidly get relevant and useful information. It's used both small and large institutions. It makes possible to involve a wide range of actors, from the top of management to the base. It's an aid for beginners, as well as for institutions that already have an arsenal of collection security measures in place. And its annual review acts as an impetus to support the prevention permanent process. How to get it? Pretty simple. Go to the CERL's website. On the page dedicated to the Quick Audit tool, you will find 3 files. The first one gives you the opportunity to print the tool in a booklet form. The second one allows you to consult it on screen. And the Excel file will substantially help you to obtain your positioning grid. We will come back later to this element. But what does the Quick Audit tool consist in? It's an easy-to-use assessment tool that will help you to understand what kind of actions you need to take in order to start or to improve your policy in the fight against theft and vandalism. The tool is based on 3 elements: a questionnaire of about 100 questions covering 6 key areas, namely governance and policy, collection management, physical security, access and use, exhibition and transport, and incident and crisis management. Then, a reference grid resulting of the results in the survey from the institutions represented within the Security Working Group. And finally, a series of tips to guide you in the coordination of your actions. The questionnaire results from an exchange of ideas inside the CERL security network, and more particularly within the Security Working Group. Important to mention, the questionnaire is annually reviewed in order to be in line with the updated needs and the new realities. Practically, the first step for you will consist in obtaining your positioning grid based on your answers to the questionnaire and the reference grid. Answering positively to a question implies that you have one or more measures to cover the aspect raised by the question. Let me show you how to get this easily, thanks to the Excel file. Do you remember the third file mentioned earlier? The Excel file is composed of 7 sheets. The 6 first one include the questions corresponding to the domain they cover, and the last one will become your positioning grid while you will answer the questionnaire. Let's take the first domain, governance and policy, and imagine that you answer this way. If you go to the last page, you will notice that it has been colored according to your answers. This grid in hand, you will be able to start the process of developing or improving your policy. There are many ways to achieve this, but in order to have an effective prevention policy, it's necessary to make sure that all the measures taken are and stay relevant, are known, understood, and accepted in order to be applied. The key attitude is being constantly critical. This requires to involve all the possible actors on a regular basis through several approaches: workshops, brainstorming, information, feedback, trainings, workplace, and so on. As any other prevention policy, the one related to the fight against theft and vandalism requires energy. So don't hesitate to be creative in order to stimulate the craze. For this, the Security Working Group thought of a card game based on scenarios that could happen in the day life of the institutions. This will make the object of another tutorial. In addition, in order to ease your work, we are also developing another supporting tool called the Practical Imager. This is dedicated to make available both sample documents such as forms, procedures, checklists, and background discussions in all relevant areas, which could help in the choice of specific equipment, strategic alternatives, or other. This will also make the object of another tutorial. All the tools that we develop are aimed to help you. So don't hesitate to send us your feedback, your suggestions, in order to make them as relevant as possible. Bye-bye.